Hey kids, Mr. Glenn here, hope you're well. We are at the next part, and this is more or less what we're going to go and aim for. This lesson is just to learn how to be in this trees layer, and we've controlled everything by selecting and cutting from that dark black one that we had in a square in the last video, which was in this layer here. And we're going to have a row of just trees here. Okay, so this can be any object, basically. This can be any picture that we want to be repeated across this plane. So, I'm not going to worry too much about what it looks like at the moment. So, I'm going to go and undo my pictures. And you can see that I'm just going through my history here. This is a bit of a clue as to what we're going to do later with our history box and how important our history box is, so that you can understand that we don't need to worry about losing any part of our work at all, because you can see right here that I'm going through my history, and you can see that I've just used a very special tool called the magic wand. And so I've got the magic wand here, and let's see where we're up to with the last one, which is there, like so. And you can see that I've gone right the way back through a lot of history there, and this is where we were at the end of the last video. I've got this layer here that you've got as well, and it's called Tree 1 Background. Yours may be called something different, and that's fine. And what we're going to do is take away all this black here, and maybe some of the black that's inside this tree as well. And this is important because we're going to use a very special tool, and that's called the magic wand, which is here. And the shortcut for this is just to hit S until it highlights in this box. I'm going to hit S, the S key like that. And you can see it moving around as I go through it. So I'm going to go into my magic wand key here, and I can select on color. The magic wand allows me to pick out huge pieces of color, and it's helpful because I don't want to use an eraser tool. Erasers are okay if you just want to blend things around and quickly take little bits of dust or pixels away from your artwork. But for fine, precise work, you need something like the magic wand, because the computer can do the work for you. And the computer can find all the black edges here. And I click on that like that. And it's very strange, because you'll notice that I wanted the black, but the computer has looked and seen that this here is very dark as well. Now the computer, if I clicked over here, you'll see that the contrast between this and this sort of green that's well on the way to being yellow would be completely different. So it's picked up this darker green here, and if I hit delete now on my keyboard, it's going to take some of the tree away. So I'm going to go and just undo that. So I'm going to go to my undo tool over there. So I'm going to deselect at the moment and just have a look around what it is. I can control and D to deselect, and I can have a look around to see what I want to take away. So let's go back here and not be frustrated by it, because if I hit delete now, it's going to take away my tree, and that's not what I want. Okay, and what I want is to look at this tolerance bar here, and if I bring this down little bit by little bit, you'll notice that the tolerance actually, as it gets higher, it wants to pick out more of that color or similar colors along with it. So I'm going to bring this down to about 26, and now I can delete it, and now I can click away and click all the black and click away all the black too. Okay, I don't want to go mad, I don't want to go crazy, but I want to get rid of all the bigger pieces of the black background that was there before. So I'm going to go into it, making sure that my tolerance is high, and you can see there's all these little sort of nuggets that are sort of highlighted, and I'm going to get rid of all of that. And you are too. So I'm going to pause this video, go and use the magic wand tool to get rid of that using the tolerance key at the top to take away all the black and some of the black on the inside. You don't have to take all of it away, but some of it. Remembering that if you have that kind of error, Control and D will allow you to continue. As always, year 5, good luck.